Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. We got your host, CJ and Damien in the building. That dude, Jace, I don't know. He's somewhere around Europe. We don't know. We don't know what he up to. That man called me at 5 o'clock this morning. So, of course, I answered because I'm like, oh, is something going on? Like, you called me from WhatsApp at 5 o'clock in the morning. As soon as I answered, he's like, what time is it? He goes, I guess he could hear my voice that I was asleep. And I'm like, 5. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Bye.
Oh, damn. You already got me up. Now you better talk.
And my alarm had just went off at 5, so he had called me like 5:10 or something like that. But like you just still trying to just sit there and like mentally go through your day, trying to start your day off. And,
Yeah, that'd be the toughest part.
Right. Well, shout out to him out there living his best life.
Hey, out there in
but
Germany?
We're here. Yeah,
That's
we
right.
here.
That's right.
TUF is live right now. Right after this, the TUF reaction is gonna drop. So this is by the time y'all see this on Wednesday morning, TUF will be out. The reaction video will be out. So go ahead, check that video out. We had a good time, me, CJ, and Danny. So make sure that y'all check that out. But yeah, so nothing really happened last weekend. Like there was really, I don't even know if there was any combat sports going on. I know the UFC, Bellator, PFL 1. None of them was on, so there's nothing really to look at there. But this weekend, the UFC has a card, which I feel like it's pretty good. Like, I'm not hating on it. Have y'all had a chance to look at it?
I haven't seen this card. Why that dude look like Mike Perry?
Not Mike
Albazi.
Yeah, he did. Go back up to that first picture up there at the top.
I can see that.
That nigga Mike Perry right there.
A little bit.
Missing the scar over the nose and the tattoos, and that's it.
Did y'all ever watch Heroes?
Yes, the show.
Yeah, Siler.
Yeah.
He looked like Siler.
Okay, I can see a little bit.
Everything. I'm about to pull up a picture of Siler because y'all got to see this. Every time I see him, like I'm always just like, "Hey, save the cheerleader, save the world." But yeah, so Kai Kara France is in the building.
Kai Kara, his liver intact. He good. I hope he hasn't been drinking.
Brandon.
Having liver for dinner. I gotta show y'all this picture of Siler. Y'all see this?
Yeah, I know who you look like. Yeah,
y'all see the eyebrows, and I don't know why, but like every time I see them thick eyebrows and dark hair, I'm just like, save the cheerleader, save the world.
Damn.
If y'all never got an opportunity to watch Heroes, go back and watch like the first 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons was awesome. After that, it's not the same.
When did that come out? I gotta go check that out.
Oh, that came out like 2006, 5, somewhere around there.
2006-ish.
I thought so,
probably.
early 2000, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Heroes. Also like One Tree Hill or something like that.
Oh, don't play with One Tree Hill. That's my shit.
Like that's like around that time, I feel like.
Remember? Did y'all ever watch Dawson's Creek?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I try to get into it. I was a little young for that though.
Oh.
I'm a 90s baby, so I was watching all that shit.
I was watching Boy Meets World and shit like that.
I feel like I was watching that too. I think you only like what, 2 years younger than me?
Yeah, about to be 32 in June.
Oh, you a year younger than me then. I'm about to be 33 in December.
Okay, yeah. So we got the same we got the same shows that we grew up on. All right.
Yeah.
Got me over here feeling old. Got me feeling old.
On the 21st.
21st?
Gemini Cancer like split. They say I'm Two-Face. I said,
Gemini.
That's because I'm light skinned. Y'all racist.
Yeah, that's my son. That's my son. His birthday next Monday. So shout out to them Geminis.
Yeah.
I got love for him. So all them haters out there.
And there are. And there are.
When's your birthday, CJ? I mean, we all lost it don't matter.
Yeah. January 5th, Capricorn. We start the year with me, baby.
Oh, okay. Hey, let me tell you something about them. Let me tell you something about them Capricorns. If you need something done, if you need somebody to execute, get that business plan done, whatever the hell it is, a Capricorn gonna get it done.
Yeah, we some motherfucking hustlers. That's me.
Y'all are some bona fide hustlers.
Yep.
Okay.
And positive. I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna look at the bright side and some shit. Cause I'll be down, but I'll be like, hey man, shit get better. And only one way to go is up. Shit, fuck it.
I heard
so let's roll. All right, who else is on this motherfucking card?
Right. We got Alex Caceres taking on Daniel Pineda. That should be good. Your boy Jim Miller. Wait, I didn't know Jim and Jared were going at it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they just put Jared Gordon on that. Jim Miller was supposed to be fighting somebody else. I forget who. So that's good. That's a good card. So all you people who be mad that there's fucking, first of all, y'all was mad because there was no fights last week, complaining, and then we get fight nights, and then y'all complain. So y'all motherfuckers don't never be happy. We have a pay-per-view the following week, and then y'all mad because it's not star-studded and stacked up. Y'all motherfuckers don't never be happy.
Nope.
Bunch of bitter fans. Shout out to Victor. I know I've seen him fight before. I like this kid. Versus Tim Elliott.
Tim Elliott, another vet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Karine Silva, I've seen her fight before. But Ketlin, obviously, she's new to the UFC because she ain't got a picture yet. So that's
yes, they switched up her fighter, right? Karine.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to be fighting Ketlin Vieira, right?
Yeah.
Oh damn! They swapped the Ketlins.
Yeah.
So now she's fighting somebody else.
We got a Boubacar who is Khabib's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Elizus dos Santos.
I don't know, but we're gonna watch it. Orlovsky's on the card. Orlovsky's on the card.
Yeah. Malarkey's on here. That's a strange looking fella.
Malarkey, yeah, I've seen him fight.
Yeah, Muhammad, the guy that he's fighting, is actually coming off the Contender Series. He didn't get signed when he was on Contender Series, but they called him. He's stepping in late notice as well to fight.
Damn, that's dope. I hope he wins for that.
Yeah. Shout out to your boy Andre Arlovsky.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sad that Jace isn't here because remember, I think like a couple pods ago we were talking about just him in general, and Jace was talking reckless about Andre.
Nah, I know he was. I was like, bro,
he said he's not a. He said what did he say? He's not a legend.
Something like that. And I'm like, look at the man's record. Like, man's had over 50 fights. Like, he's 44 years old.
Still competing at the high level.
Still scrapping. Yeah, he's still scrapping. He still gets it in.
Was on a 4-fight winning streak until he lost to De La Lima, Margerio De La Lima, who he's fighting soon. He's fighting who's he fighting?
The Black Beast.
Derek Lewis. Yeah. So he's fighting Derek Lewis.
You know he a fucking that was a killer that he fought, and he just happened to lose. But yeah, respect to Arlovsky. He still got that Mike Perry nose. He never got it fixed. That shit's still broken to this day.
And then like it is what it is. It's on paper. It's not like a whole bunch of people that's gonna be like, oh man, I gotta go run and see it.
Yeah.
But we're watching it over here.
Yeah, we're watching it because we recognize a lot of these names too, and they're not like you said, like people pulling names or anything, but the people that be watching UFC kind of know these fighters, so we're gonna tune in because this could be a make it or break it for some of these fighters, you know?
Yeah.
It really could be.
And
go ahead, Sky.
Go ahead. Well, also like it's still cool just to watch, like we've been talking about the last couple pods, just to watch combat sports. Like you don't have to know the background of the people. You can watch them fight and feel inspired by them to then continue watching them. Like this could be where you find, that one fighter that you just ride out with for the rest of their career. You know what I mean? Like the dude that fought Evolve.
Oh yeah. Diego.
Yeah. Like
whatever.
Next time I see that dude, hey, I gotta stop and watch. I don't care if he's on the early. Well, I'm gonna watch it regardless, but still, you know what I mean. You got to make sure that you watch these cards. I'm excited to see Kai Kara France versus Amir Albazi.
Kai Kara France, he's still he's still a baby. He a grown baby.
Hey, that man's savage.
Yeah, he a savage. He a beast.
Savage. I was actually very impressed with his performance against Baby Assassin because he was actually putting it on him until he wasn't. Yeah, are you kidding me? I
He
thought
has some good moments. He has some good
bruh,
moments.
Brandon looked beat the fuck up. That's why I was so impressed by the win because I was like, bro, you was getting lit up and you still found a way to get it done in a like spectacular fashion. That's why I was so impressed by it.
See, I actually don't agree. The only reason why Brandon even had that cut under his eyes because he already had that cut coming in. So if you look at him
Mm,
like the 2-3 weeks leading into it, he got that cut under his eye, and then in the second round, it opened back up. So that cut was never really healed.
yeah,
But
true.
I thought,
But
I
I
mean,
thought
he didn't look bad to me,
no, I
but I
mean
didn't think that he
Kai
was winning.
Kara, he was like hella quick. He started off like really. He started off because I don't remember how many rounds it was. It wasn't like too long,
I think he
right? But
stopped him in the third.
in
In
the
the
third
third, yep.
round, yeah, and I felt like the first two rounds he was really putting it on him. And of course, Baby Assassin had his like counters and moments like that, but I don't know. I felt like the pressure and the volume and the landing rate was just he was just outpointing him and actually beating him up, in my opinion. That's like I said. That's why when Brandon Moreno hit him with that liver kick, it like it was like mind blowing. It was a mind blowing experience for me. So I was like, damn, bro, you if because in my mind it felt like he was getting his ass whooped and his confidence or his was slowly dwindling, and then he came back and actually like KO'd him. So that was dope.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't see it that way, but
I want to say something real quick before
Hold
we
on, let me check one. Fuck.
so when there's not fights on, fans, not us right here, but fans go out. There are other organizations that be on. So this weekend, me and my girl were up. We watched Combate Global. Go over there and watch that. I sent Sky a knockout. Go watch that shit. We watched Uriah Faber's organization. These are up and comers, guys. They're not the highest of the high, but if you like watching fights, these young guys need support too. Shout out to my guy Sunni Chemotep. He's fighting on Friday for Cage Warriors. These guys need people to support them. So it's not always just watching the high UFC. So when there's cards on, hey, a quick Google search, the internet be free. They shits be out there. So try to tune into some of those fights, man. And I like me and her, we're crazy. We'll sit and watch the craziest of organizations. Because if they scrapping, we watching, man.
That and because combat sports, anything could happen at any moment. Like you might fuck around and see the knockout of a lifetime that you never saw in the UFC or you never saw in a boxing match, and it was on some little small time, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Why do you think that is though? Do you think it's because the stakes aren't there? Like the stakes aren't high?
I think I always tell this to people about the UFC. The UFC is Starbucks. It's Apple. It's easy. It's McDonald's. It's easy to digest. So when it's not around, people don't want to do the work to look at other organizations. Case in point, we've been fighting and arguing about Bellator, PFL. They don't even want to go watch those things. One FC's coming up. They don't want to sit there and watch that shit. They don't want to put the time in to go look at those things. So when UFC is on every week, it's easy to, hey, it's Saturday, the UFC is on, I'm gonna watch it. They promote their fights a lot. They promote the stories a lot that we always talk about with Sky. So it's easy to digest the UFC, and people don't want to do the work to go look at other organizations. You know what I'm saying? So if
Hmm.
it's right in front of your face, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So just do a little bit more work, and you'll find you. I sent Sky a guy getting with a spinning wheel kick, knocked the fuck out. It was
Mhm.
nasty, and it was in Combate Global. A couple months ago, somebody got hit with a Masvidal flying knee, knocked out. Combate Global. They're not on all the time. They put on 5 fights and it's a lot of Latin American. There's a lot of Peruvians, Mexicans, Uruguayans. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry, y'all. But they're fighting. So if you guys are missing out, it's a Friday night, a Saturday early in the morning, and y'all like watching fights, man, tune the fuck in. And you
Yeah.
don't have to know everybody. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of this sport. Like, you can be a casual. I don't know those motherfuckers, but I like seeing people scrap it out.
That's right. That's like being on YouTube. When you fall down that hole, that
That
rabbit
rabbit
hole,
hole.
you just watching people fight in the streets, getting knocked out. You don't know them niggas, but you like, damn, you watching that shit and you entertained, right? It's the same shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Except they fighting other trained fighters.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And they put on a good production. It's not like how back in the day was, where it's just like a guy in the ring and the folded chairs on the outside. They have the stats come up, the walkouts, the uniforms, and everything. But just give it a look, guys. Give it a try. Look up Combate Global. Look up Lux Fighting, and then Uriah Faber's is A1 Fighting, I think it is called, and then Cage Warriors or A1 Combat. And it's on Fight Pass because I said that in my Discord. I was like, "You guys have Fight Pass? I don't have Fight Pass." And I was like, "You guys have Fight Pass?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "What do you guys watch on here? Do you guys watch all these other things as well?" They're like, "Nah, I watch old fights, this fights." I'm like, "Well, these new shits is out right now. Give this shit give it a try.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt."
Yeah. And if you think about it, when you first started watching the sport, you didn't know who anybody was.
Exactly.
Like, maybe you knew one person because, somebody, your family, friend, somebody was like, hey, I want to watch this fight. This is such and such. And so then that's how you got into it. But, like, in the beginning, you didn't know anybody. Like when I first started watching, I didn't know any. Well, I mean, I knew, like, the casual names, you know what I mean? But, like, as far as, like, knowing, I didn't know nobody. Like,
I feel like that's how everyone gets into it.
yeah.
It don't even matter if it was fucking 20 years ago. You heard, oh shit, I gotta watch Gracie. You only knew his last name. I gotta check out
That's what it
Gracie.
was. That's
Yeah.
what it was. They're like, "Who is this guy in the pajamas just beating a 300-pound guy?" He's this skinny little man just choking people out in pajamas and shit like that.
Right.
And even back then, though, those fights from way, way back in the day, it used to be crazy because they used to be like 30, 40 minutes long. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Because we ain't never seen jujitsu before, casual people. And we're like, and I'm like 8 years old at the time. We're like, what is this? Why is he beating everybody that's way bigger than him? But the sport's evolved and you learn the names, and that's the beauty of the sport, man.
Yeah, and somebody with a bigger name can actually give you a name because they tuned in to see the bigger name, and you actually maybe you even lost the fight, but you performed pretty well, and they're like, oh shit, now I gotta check out Homeboy because he almost beat Conor McGregor or some shit. You know what I mean? The shit go full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and play keep one, bitch one, cut one. So we're going to give 3 fighters. You either choose whether you want to keep them on the team, cut them, or bench them. Let's start with a couple fighters from the pound for pound because the pound for pound is trash. Right? But, all right. Let's go with Jamahal Hill, Jiří Procházka, and Charles Olivera.
Go ahead, Damien. You go first.
All right, so it's keep one, bench one, cut one.
Yeah.
Cut one. They got to go.
Damn.
Don't collect 200. No, none of that. You ain't coming back.
Damn, that's actually crazy. All right. Oh, I know I'm about to catch some heat for this. Oh, I know I'm about to catch some heat for this. All right. I'm gonna have to cut Charles Olivera.
Oh, he's
I'm gonna have to
tripping.
cut him. I'm gonna have to cut him, man. He's had his time to shine. We done seen what this man is capable of. He done touched the gold. I'm gonna have to cut him. Thank you for your services. We appreciate you. You in the Hall of Fame, maybe. We'll talk about it. But I'm gonna have to bench Jamahal Hill. Oh, I'm gonna have to bench Jamahal Hill. I just haven't seen enough from him. I saw him win the belt, but I haven't seen him defend it. I haven't seen him fight the top of the top, where like niggas is gunning for him because he's holding the gold and he's got to defend that gold at all costs. I haven't seen enough. I mean, the same thing is with Jiří though.
I was just about to say, bro, Jamahal showed us a lot more than Jiří has.
Although I don't know because yeah, they almost the same in my book because I feel like they've both been in the fire and always found a way to come out on top against like some very, very top level opponents. So, oh, that's a hard one. I can't. I'm just gonna go with Jiří just because I feel like when I was watching his fights, it was more exciting. Like it was there were spinning elbows and there's elbows from the bottom and I don't know. It just felt like more action to me. So I'm gonna have to say Jiří is the one I'm about to keep.
Bro, Jamahal Hill turned Walker into an inflatable balloon.
Yo,
Yeah, but I've never really been impressed by Johnny Walker though, to be honest. So
listen,
Hey,
listen.
Johnny on his come up.
They been over
he
here
is.
picking Yuri, who's only had 3 fights in the
3
UFC,
fights.
who got Dana White privilege to the fucking title, got 2 fights and was like, yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and let you have this. Your boy Jamahal Hill, the first champion from the Contender Series, been in here doing his thing. Has only lost to Paul Craig, and that's when his arm, he didn't even tap. His fucking arm
Ain't that
was dislocated.
dangling?
That motherfucker was flopping around. Like, I'm keeping Jamahal Hill. I'm cutting Yuri Procházka because we don't know what he gonna look like when his shoulder come back. And the fact he was in a war with Glover at that and was losing that fight. And I'm gonna go ahead and bench Charles because I think he gonna come back on and get Benny out of there. What about you, CJ?
Oh, that's a good take.
Damn.
I'm gonna start Charles. He's one of my favorite fighters
Mm-hmm.
since I've been watching for a long time. So he's already solidified. So he's already there. Then I'm gonna keep Hill, of course. Duh. You don't
I
even gotta
already
ask me
knew
no
that.
questions about that. No, but I actually like. I think Jamal gets a lot of unwarranted hate just because of the way he is shaped. He has a dad bod, but he be out here whooping on people and he fighting like a nigga. So I'm gonna keep Jamal. He do, he fighting like he in the streets, bro, and he a real one too. So shout out to Jamahal Hill. And then I'm a bench Yuri. I'm not too sold on Yuri right now. I'm not too sold. He had to dig out from the depths of hell to beat Glover. And that was not because he beat Glover. That's because Glover was fucking up, and Glover had all the positions to stay in, and he blew that himself. But yeah,
What she
Yuri,
said.
don't Pause. Don't pass go. Don't get 200. Get your ass out of here.
All right.
You got to
Yeah.
go.
Let's run bantamweight because I love bantamweight.
Oh, that's a fire one. Whoever you pick is those are good.
Let's go Adrian Yanez, Song
Oh,
Yadong,
oh.
and Chito.
Oh, that's a hard one. That's hard. That's hard because they all right there. So right now for me, I think I'm gonna keep Song because he's on his uptick. His last fight, he looked amazing. I'm going to bench Chito. I think his last fight with Corey, he was fighting somebody at the top level, and Corey ain't no motherfucking pushover. His skill level is high. And then Adrian Yanez, I fuck with you, my boy. I like you a lot. But the way you went out, that's a hard one to come back for, my boy. God damn, that was nasty. But you can come back and you will do well. But right now, don't collect that 200. Don't pass go. But I hope you do well in your next fight, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. What
What
about you,
about you,
Sky?
Sky?
Actually, I would run it the same way you ran it. I would keep Song. I would bench Cheeto.
Cheeto.
And no. You know what? I love Yanez too much. I
I
love
know.
Yanez too much. He was piecing up Rob. Look at Rob after that little 20-second fight they had. He got
He was
caught.
doing good. They
He
were
got
Yeah.
slanging
caught.
him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep Song. I'm gonna bench Yanez, and I'm gonna cut Cheeto only because it was mental that got the
Yeah.
Cheeto. Because he had the skill set, he could not figure out Sandhagen. And
Stick
like
in
you
the
said,
mud.
like you got there to that top level, and then like you hit your head there. So, but I still love Cheeto, but just I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I love Yanez more. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm close to that one. However, I think I'm gonna keep Cheeto Vera just because his
Mm.
track record leading up to that fight was he was on fire. Everyone was talking about this nigga. Like he was the exciting guy that you was gonna tune in to watch. I really like Song Yadong. I feel like I always go for this nigga and he always ends up disappointing me. Even in his last fight. Like he looked good, but he was still getting fucking touched up a lot. A lot more than I like to see. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to let him go. I'm gonna have to let him go. I like Yadong a lot, and like I told y'all last time, like I really rock with the Chinese fighters. I don't know. Every time I see them fight, like I'm just going for them. Like I want that fool to win. And then Adrian Yanez, yeah. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bounce. I don't even got an explanation for that. You just
He
out
could
there.
come back though. He can come back.
Hey, you know what? You should have been watching Road to the UFC because you do like the
I
Chinese
watched
fighters
that.
and stuff.
Mm.
And that was on this last couple of days, early in the morning or whatever. You can still check it out on
Fight
Fight
Pass?
Pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch Road to the UFC. It's pretty good.
They have some fire fights on there.
Hey,
Yeah,
somebody
call
got
me. Y'all call me a
slapped with an
casual.
elbow.
I'll tell you, I'll watch everything. Me and Mo watch because it was 2 episodes, right? Or two. I don't know how you call it, not
Yeah,
episodes, but
two
2 fight cards
nights.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 nights. They had some pretty good fights. A lot of Asians on there. And me and Mo were talking. We are like, is this kind of Dana kind of trying to sneak in on the one marketplace a little bit? You know, trying to. I know that they go over there. But
Yeah.
watching all the Asian fighters, I was like,
Mhm.
damn, this is giving me ONE FC feels right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, 'cause they had it. They did it last year,
Mhm.
and they have a PI in Shanghai.
Yeah.
And so they've been building like I'm not sure if it's still on there, but if you guys have Fight Pass, check out. It's like kind of like an academy. I think it's something academy. Check it out on Fight Pass. But like they show like different fighters. Like they do like a combine. I think that's what it's called, a combine, like
Mm.
Shanghai combine or something like that. Check that out. And they do like they put like all the fighters in there, and like these people they come in and they like learn. It's just like a combine, like you see like with the NFL and NBA and shit like that. But yeah, check it out. Like it's cool. They are trying to branch off into that market, you know, because it
Mhm.
is a big market. But who knows? You know, they might get cornered because that's one's market for sure. Um, so
You know what I just noticed right now?
hmm.
There's a lot of gold holding brothers in the UFC right now.
Hey,
Bruh, and the
Bruh, what?
heaviest weights. And the heaviest
Hey,
weights.
you
where
can
you
run them down.
at?
Hey, they get mad
Bruh,
at me every time I talk about it.
Where
that's
I
you
get hate.
at?
crazy. I don't know
You can run
why.
them down,
I'm just realizing this. I'm like, damn, we
Listen,
bro.
actually
There's
running shit right now.
12. They finna come at your
you there?
Hey, we
Listen, what
really
Look,
you
running shit right now.
been?
Look
I
at
think how many?
Aldo.
There's 12
Sheesh.
divisions, right? I think
Yep.
from women's and men.
We got
There's
6.
eight black and brown people who are champions right now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So
And we claiming Zhang Wei Li too.
hey, gang, hey,
Hey,
Amanda
I'm with
look like
that.
one of my cousins too.
I'm
So
with that.
shit,
Yeah.
shit. You see that curly
you know,
hair? She part
but
of
you
us
know what's
too.
crazy about that, Damien, is that like a couple months back, CJ posted. It was just ESPN posted it. It was just like and the just showing the new champions, like the and news, and they were all black and brown, and all CJ said was, "Look at this beautiful melanin." The
Yup.
comments on TikTok went crazy.
They
And we
went to
haven't had a
hell.
chance to talk about that on this podcast because every time I bring up something black, like somebody commented on my TikTok, like, why you always talking about black? I'm like, you know that block button work, right? You can block me. You can never see my content again.
Yeah, it don't
You
matter.
know
It's
why we
my
always
opinion.
talk
It's
about it?
my opinion. It's
Because
my
it's beautiful. It's
opinion.
fucking beautiful. All that black and brown up there, and it's fucking this gold holding and this championship. Look at it. It's seasoned.
Yeah,
You know, it's seasoned. It
it's
just
seasoned.
it's delicious, y'all. You know what I mean?
Tasting good.
You can hate all you want to, man, but it's seasoned. That's all we're gonna say, bro.
Yeah, you know, why can't I be happy? But you know, at the end of the day, yeah, they're it's up right now. But guess what? That can all change in a matter of months. So while it's
Yeah.
here, while it's up, while it's black and brown, we gonna celebrate and be happy because you know they trying to get Kobe in there ASAP. They
Yeah, they
They're
are.
trying to
Hey,
get Hamzat in there ASAP. They're trying to get Yuri in there ASAP. They're trying to get Sergey in there ASAP.
Oh, they
and
coming,
it
huh?
can all flip. And guess what? It's still gonna be beautiful, okay, you guys?
Yeah,
It's
it's
still
still
going to
beautiful.
be beautiful.
And that's the thing, y'all, is that you can have love for ourselves, right? And still show love to other people without being a hater. I love Valentina. I
Right.
love Valentina. She's one of my favorite fighters. But look, that's like my cousin. Grosso's like my cousins. These is my cousins. These are part of me as well. So I got love for them as well. You know what I'm saying? I love Zhang Wei Li. You know what I'm saying? So you can show love and have pride for yourself and not hate on other people, y'all.
Yeah.
That's not what we about. We showing love for ourselves and our culture and shit like that. We love seeing that. We're proud of that shit. And if y'all hate it, this probably ain't the page for y'all. Y'all might as well block and leave now, bro.
Yeah, that's facts. We don't put people down, but we just love to see people elevate. That's really what it is. And
Perfect way to put it. That's the
look
best
at the
way to
people
put it.
that's at the top. Like you can't even
Yeah.
hate. Like you said, like I love all of those people. All of them. It's crazy.
And a lot of them, if you look at them, a lot of them get hate. Aljo get hate.
Mhm.
Izzy gets hate. Leon, they be hating on Leon. They say bro's boring, but like, you know, it is what it is. And the
They are
thing
like,
I love about our podcast, look at all the beautiful shades that we got here. From
yeah,
the lightest to the light, to the medium, to the dark, to all of it. But we got
right.
love for all of each other, man.
It's the
As y'all
lighting.
should too. It's the
Lighting. It's the lighting. I got a little tan going.
And that's why it kills me every time I hop in CJ's live on TikTok. Like, there's always this one dude on there and who's like, "Oh, she's racist against Dricus." It's like that doesn't even make sense. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't even make sense. Like, just because I don't like Dricus because I think he has a terrible skill set does not mean that I'm quote unquote racist against him. First of all, let's stop just using the word racist.
That word,
Like,
yeah, y'all throw that around.
there's
Like,
another
come on.
word that you could potentially use, prejudice. Like,
Mhm.
but let's get real about what racist means and what prejudice means. We're not gonna do that today. But at the end of the day, like, if Dricus goes out there and improves his skill set, his cardio looks better, his striking looks better, then I'll be like, hey, I have no problem being like, hey, that man came to. If he beats Robert, I'm like, hey, that man looked completely different. He looks good. Welcome to the UFC, Dricus, because y'all don't know where the fuck, like, you've been looking wild out here. You've been getting away with it because you've been fighting these old weirdos. You know what I mean? But if he comes and he does his thing, absolutely no problem giving them his prop. But at his current skill set, no.
And this is the
That's not
time
it.
where he needs to improve. Right now, you like Damien said, you fighting the Reaper, bro. He will get your ass out of there. And I'm not a huge Robert
Mhm.
Whitaker fan. He
Mhm.
will get your ass out of there. He only loses to Israel. I know he has other losses, guy. I know that. But at the top, he's only losing to Israel Adesanya, the goddamn best. So
Mhm.
Dricus better come with his A game because Rob ain't gonna play with him. And I said on my live today, I was like, all Rob got to do is go to the second round and he's straight. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is get to the second round. He cool because Dricus gonna be running on E.
Hey,
And you know
Dricus
he's gonna
got a
get that
gas
done.
tank like an H3 Hummer on me.
For real though.
Man,
Come on now.
there are a couple fighters like that. I just don't understand it. I do
Hey.
not understand it. They be blowing their load in the first round, trying to get your ass out of there, and it be like you'll see them rock people too, and you be like, oh, but they fuck around and like rock a Nate Diaz or somebody, and they get all excited like they're gonna knock them out for the first time, and it don't happen. Bruh, oh my god, I'm telling you, if that Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal fight continued, Nate Diaz would have got his ass out of there. I guarantee you.
You
All
think
right.
But
so?
I
So
think so. I think so.
real quick, who do y'all like? What are some of y'all predictions for this season of Tough?
I
Like,
was just about to say let's
yeah,
talk about Tough a little bit. First of all,
yeah.
Damon, you excited for Tough to come back?
Of course, of course. This is gonna be one that I'm watching from beginning to finish, and I wanted to catch it with y'all, but you know how life is set up and shit. But
Life is
I'm
life, man.
definitely gonna catch that shit, and I'm actually excited about it. And you just reminded me that that's coming on in just a couple of days,
No,
and
tonight.
oh, it's tonight. I gotta bounce.
Yeah,
I don't even know what time it come on.
it's on now. It just finished. It just finished
Oh, it
airing.
just
Okay.
finished. It
Oh
just
yeah,
aired.
Yep.
I'm watching that right after then. Shit. Shit. Yeah, we gonna. I'm gonna do a little recap by myself, a little solo recap.
Hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm excited for this one though. Hey, when are they gonna fight though? That's what I want to know.
I'm telling you, it's either gonna be like, remember beginning of the year, I was saying November 12th. or November 11th, because that's the UFC's November 12th is the UFC's 30th year, and that's the New York City card. But now it's looking like they're gonna put John Jones on there. So I think they're gonna do him in December here. You know, the December card is always here in Vegas, which I think would be super dope.
That actually makes sense because I was seeing postings about USADA starting to put him back in the testing pool, and I think you got like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
In that pool before you can compete. So yeah, that actually lines up perfectly. So yeah, I think you might be right. Shit.
Yeah. I would love it if it's here in Vegas because like I said, like that's the last person that I want to see as far as like in person. I want to see Conor because I've never been to a Conor fight. I want to see what that energy's like because the Nate Diaz went crazy.
Nate Diaz
Who
went
else
crazy.
went
You were at the Nate Diaz fight?
Yeah. I seen.
We were
I
both
went
there.
to Nate twice. I went to Nate when we first came back from the pandemic, and it was there in Phoenix. And then the last
Rocky.
one, 279, when he fought Tony.
Oh, I'm tripping. I thought you went to the Conor Nate fight.
Mm-mm.
Oh, duh, you just
Ooh, I
literally
wish.
just said you ain't seen him fight. I'm content's clues, nigga.
Active listening skills.
Yeah, god damn. I'm sorry. I was drinking water. My whole brain went. Poop.
No, you good. Yeah, so those are the ones like I definitely want to see them. I just want to see Conor now. Like I've seen like pretty much everybody else that I wanted to see. So Conor's like the last on the list. I just want to see what the energy, what the vibes like.
You been to an Izzy fight?
Too many. I've been in like 2 or 3. And I went to
Shit,
the worst one.
This shitting on us, y'all. This
I
shitting on
I
us.
went to the worst ones. The first one I went to was Yoel versus Izzy.
Oh man.
It was, and that was right after Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna Young Jace.
Yup.
We was losing our minds, and to watch that, it was. Oh, I was mad at Izzy for a while because he flipped everybody off, and like, I was just pissed. And then
Brought the energy down.
And then I went to the one in Phoenix, obviously the one where Brandon won. Oh my god, I cried. And but that's when he fought Marvin, and that was just not entertaining.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. But see, I think Izzy gonna be here this weekend because I seen them. They was flying. Y'all seen the video?
Oh, cause where's the fight at this weekend? In
It's
Vegas.
in the Apex.
Okay. Yeah, so you're probably gonna be here then.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. But see, the thing is, you know, that little midget gonna be with him.
Volkov.
Show him some love. Show Volk some love, God.
No, hey, I can respect his skill set, but listen.
You ain't gonna. You wouldn't say what up to him?
Yeah, you would.
I've seen him like 2-3 times.
What? Come on.
Did you talk to him though?
No.
You wouldn't say hi to him?
No.
I would.
I don't.
I'll say what's up to everybody except for Colby Covington.
Yeah. Me
like,
too.
If I have to talk
or Sean
to him,
Strickland.
But like in general, when I see certain people, yeah, Sean Strickland, he was big in person. I didn't say hi to him. I did have to say thank you because he opened the door for me. You know, but
hey, shout out Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad guy. It's just his energy and my energy is this. I'm a cool, calm dude, and just going straight to the left, I just be like, damn, bro, that's not my energy. You know what I'm saying? Just like, just going wild out. I'm like, all right, bro, chill. But he seems like he'd be all right, bro. But I wouldn't go out my way to go up there to go talk to him. I fuck with Volk, so I'll go say, and we the same size too, so I'll go say what's up.
What you like 5'2"? No, he really is. Like,
I was gonna say,
argue with me on the internet. I'm like, dude, like I've stood next to this guy. He's shorter than me. He's at least 5'3", 5'4" max. He's not 5'6" at all.
Damn,
that shit makes me even more impressed.
For real though, beating everybody ass at that size, that's crazy.
But y'all ain't got no predictions for TUF? Y'all think something crazy gonna
happen? So the way I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but the way I've seen it, guys, I don't think nothing so far. I've been going back trying to see a little bit of the old TUF, and I've been waiting for something to pop off, like somebody pissing somebody's cereal or slap somebody in the back of the head or some drama. But you know, it's still early on. We still how many weeks is it gonna be? 12?
12, yeah.
12 weeks. So we still got a lot of time for some bullshit. And you never know what the Irishman that what he's gonna come up with.
You
So
never know.
I'm still excited. I'm excited for all the fighters getting their shot to be on there. I'm kind of excited for the veterans coming back to see if they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be able to pull it out. You know, like I was thinking about something. It was like once you give somebody like a piece of steak and you take it away from them, they hungry for that steak again. So I'm excited
Mm-hmm.
to see how they do. You know,
Yep.
somebody was talking about I forget who they were talking about, but yeah, I'm excited for that. How you
So
feel, Daniel?
we talking about which team is gonna win?
That I don't shit.
Any
I don't know.
prediction you got?
Who you
Yeah,
going
why
for?
don't we
What
say
team
that?
you going
Who
for?
overall?
Well, all right.
Overall.
So I'm gonna say like this. Going into it, I'm gonna think, and my bad. I feel like every time I talk, it be so strung out. I be fucking going on and on a tangent.
Hold on. Do you know the concept? The concept of the season?
It's team versus team.
Yeah, but
It's
it's like vets, old school vets that were in the UFC. Not even old school vets, but they were in the UFC at one point in time. They got cut, and they're getting their second chance. And then
wait,
the other
everybody
team,
this season?
no. And then there's the other side of the teams that are prospects, the guys that are like 8-0, 6-0, coming up from kind of regionals and stuff like that. So you got old guys versus kind of newer guys. So
And which team is on which team?
I'm not gonna tell you that. You gotta watch that.
Okay, okay.
So if you will pick one coach,
All
what
right,
coach
all right,
would
all
you
right.
pick?
So yeah, this is all right. So that's where I was getting. So if I was to pick a certain coach, I'm gonna go with the Conor McGregor coach, and it's because I feel like they know what they are getting themselves into with the fact that Conor is such an
Mm.
icon that they don't actually want to let this man down. They actually trying to put on a spectacular type of performance for Conor McGregor. But on the opposite end, you got people wanting to go against Conor McGregor's team where they're like, nah, fuck that. That's Conor McGregor's team. I'm about to run this thing in the dirt and I'm about to Floyd Mayweather him or some shit. You know what I mean? Where like I'm about to like actually make him feel like he shouldn't be coaching people because he's on a fucking downtrend in his career, right? Let's be honest, that's what it is. So it's kind of mixed. Although I want to say that the willpower of putting on a performance for the Conor McGregor team and the season is going to outweigh trying to beat the Conor McGregor team with a Michael Chandler as a coach. That's what I'm going to say. And
Mm.
it's nothing against Michael Chandler because I feel like Michael Chandler actually has some very good insight in how he can actually approach his fighters by like being very calm and being very honest with them versus a Conor McGregor, which is like a drill sergeant type nigga telling you everything you're doing wrong. Like, no, you fucking idiot. This is why you got hit. You throw that, you slip. You know what I mean? I could already see that shit happening because that's the type of person that he is. So going up against those two styles, I would still give it to the Conor McGregor where it's more like a boot camp versus a I'm gonna fucking baby you and make you feel like you're a great fighter, even if you're not the greatest, but your confidence might be a little bit higher versus
Mm.
oh shit, I don't want to piss my coach off. Like he just taught me this shit. I better fucking be on my A game because he's gonna fucking rip me a new asshole when we get in the locker room and I fucking
Hey
lose.
yo,
You know
hey
what I mean?
yo,
Yeah.
hey yo, pause. Um,
So
so
so that's
so
why I give it to
Damien,
the Conor McGregor squad.
so since you're a fighter, right? I ain't no fucking fighter.
Hmm.
Who would you want to be coached by? What style would you want to be coached by?
All right, I'm gonna get some slack for this. I already know. I'm light skinned. I want the calm, cool, collected person that's like telling me, "Hey, you doing everything right. You doing everything right. Here's how you could be better." Versus, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Why you fucking up? This is why. Although that might be a better approach for me. Like I feel like it would be more beneficial. But in my mind, I don't want that. I want kind of like, oh yeah, you doing good, but this is how you be better. You know what I mean? So I would resonate with the right side versus the left side, but the left side is kind of going to fucking keep you on your game because you kind of like like I don't know. I just feel like being like fucking told and being fucking tough, you kind of have that on you now. Like, oh shit, I don't want to fucking look like the weakest link on the team. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the nigga that like damn, I want to be on with Conor McGregor next to me talking about, damn, Mario, you fucking up, nigga. He told you what to do. Versus like, yeah, you got it, man. Next time, hey, keep your chin up.
Hey yo,
But you went
we
out
just
there,
learned
buddy.
We just learned Damien's love language. Look at that. He needs
Right.
words of affirmation.
I do, and I'm okay with that. Like I do. That's how I live my life. I'm very positive. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
really like focus on negative shit. I focus on the positive side shit. Even if I lose, I learned from it. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Versus
Yes,
like
sir.
kicking
Yes, sir.
myself, like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It's like, well, I did this right and this right. Maybe I should try it this way next time. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how it is. Everybody's different. That's how I fucking, you know.
What about you, Sky? If you can get coached by both of them after seeing, that first
Yeah,
episode,
because you've seen,
who
yeah.
would you who would you want to be coached by?
I'd want to be coached by Conor. Um, I need somebody to light that fire under my
Hmm.
ass because, like, sometimes you want to take a little shortcut. Like, I'm
You
that
do.
person that, like, hey, do 50 push-ups, and I'm like, all right, they ain't looking. Like, let me just maybe like, you know what I mean? I need that person like, oh, come on, let's fucking go. Like,
Yep.
don't let me get away with nothing. Don't let me cut no type of corners. So I like that kind of energy. And somebody that's a little bit too passive with me, like, I feel like I don't allow myself to go to that level that I need to be at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy because
I
I think
feel you.
I'm the same way. It's weird because I coach football, right? So if I wanted to be coach, I wanted to be coach how Connor coaches his fighters, right? He coaches them like a dog. Gets in there, he gets in their face. He's not in their face, but like you rouse them up, gets them ready for war. That's how I'm kind of mixed of both Connor and Chandler when I coach. I get on their level of the kids that I'm coaching, but when it's time to ramp that shit up, it's go time. But then I get on the level and be like, yo, I understand we got to do this. I talk like that. Woo, woo. But for me, when it's time to go to war, if I'm on the field, I need somebody to be like, yo, we finna go out here and kill. Take no names, no none of that shit. And I like ramping it up like that. And especially a sport like MMA, you gotta be ready to kill at
Mhm.
all times. And Connor brings that shit. He
Yeah,
definitely does.
you're
Yeah.
right. That's like even when the coaches when they're walking out and they're putting the Vaseline on, you see them with their coach and their coach slapping the shit out of them, right?
Oh,
Bah,
I
bah, bah,
love
bah,
that.
bah, bah. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like though. That's what I'm saying. Like that's how it feels mentally too. You don't have to physically slap somebody to make them feel that way
Yeah.
mentally. That's what I'm saying.
And I
You know what
think
I mean? Like it's a real thing.
a good example of that is like, so my favorite coach is Safe Saud. Safe is very vocal and very
Yeah.
direct. When Safe is in the building, you can hear him. He's very vocal, very direct, and coaching the whole way through. The opposite of that, right? Somebody that probably Damien would be more apt to go towards is Eugene Berriman. Eugene is whispering inside of Izzy's ear. When he's talking to him, he's talking
Yeah.
very calm, cool, collected. Like he's not like real big, rah rah and
Yeah,
loud. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
guess what? At the end of the day,
you get the
it
results.
depends on the fighter.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's
I
like
mean,
that's like Trevor Whitman. I can't stand the way that nigga talk to his fighters. He be like, all right, Mr. Usman, we're gonna. I'm like, bro, I need to go snatch this guy's fucking face off, and you talk
yeah.
about Mr. Usman. Like, come on, bro, just have fun. Like, nah, bro, it's war. Fuck fun.
Yeah, no, it is. But like also, I mean, it's just a lot to digest. Like in between rounds, and you sitting there and you like kind of mentally fucking all over the place, and then to have your coaches fucking yelling at you, it's too much. You can't really think. Versus like
Yeah,
like being in the corner is supposed to be relaxing and calm, so you could get your fucking wits. You could fucking start to analyze what am I doing wrong, and with the nigga yelling at you the whole time, it's like more fighting. You know what I mean? Like, what are you
yeah.
doing? I told you to fucking stuff those takedowns, stuff those fucking. You know what I mean? Versus like, hey man, you're not shooting your hips back. Shoot your hips back when he's coming in. You see it coming. You know what I mean? Like that's how I
You
resonate.
definitely,
Versus,
you definitely have to be technical when you're
yeah,
coaching, though. Don't
yeah,
just be
like
yelling like, "Hey, you're
That's fact.
stupid" or
and
whatever like
I've seen a
that.
lot of coaches do that shit too, and the other people,
Hmm.
yeah, no, you right, and then they'll go in there and just be frozen the whole time, still like
Yeah.
defensively. It's like that shit don't work all the time. You got to have like it's almost like sales where there's different personalities. You have to like adapt
Exactly.
to each personality.
Yep.
This person a little bit softer than this person, so you have to speak a little bit lighter. Versus, okay, you can see a Sean Strickland, you gotta like slap this nigga around to like get him fucking amped. So talk to him fucking loud and be direct to him. You know what I mean? Like there's different personalities for different people, and you just gotta adapt to that shit. So
Yep.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Like, cause like when Danny and I is working out, like even though if it was somebody else, I can take that type of coaching style. Like, but like coming from her, like when she be trying to like push me, I be like, oh, I don't like that. I don't, don't talk to me.
yeah, I be getting the same slack with India because I be on her. Like I be trying to be tough with her. She's like, I told you I did all my. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm being a little too rough because she's way smaller than me. You know what I mean? I'm thinking
Yeah.
of like I could push that. Like you got one more, but she maybe not got one
I
more.
think.
You
That's
I
know?
Danny.
think.
She's always trying to get one more out of me.
I
Yeah,
think that might just be a couple thing though,
yeah,
right?
it might
Because
be.
like, cause I be on like, oh my dog, like, rah, rah, rah. And she be like, bro, why you like that? And she be like, you not like, my football shit start kicking in. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, bro, I gotta chill. But she can fucking hang though. I ain't even gonna front. She be running around this house, head kicking me all day long and shit. So, but yeah, that's a good talk about coaching, man. People are different people, and that's the same thing like I do with my. I don't want to get into parenting, but it's like you got to know when to push and when to pull back. It's like I've been
Exactly.
coaching a long time. You got to know when you can get the most out of them because a lot of times, kids again, they like how Sky was saying, you're like, hey, ain't nobody looking around. I'm gonna give you 46 push-ups instead of
Yeah.
50. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you got to know when to be on they bumper, and then when to talk to them, be like, hey man, I know you can do more than what you're doing. So it's a give and take in both things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. For sure. Well, the reaction, by the time y'all see this in the morning, this is gonna be out already.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure like that you guys check that out. Keep supporting the page. We really have been appreciating the fact that like a lot more of y'all have been coming to the podcast, have been commenting, we just here to have a good time.
That's it.
Shout out to your boy Damien rocking the casual shirt. We love it. We love to
You
see
know
it.
it.
Love to see it.
I've been over here promoting it at my local grocery store out here. Out here on
Hey,
Crenshaw and Obama, you already know.
let's go.
Gang.
Let's
Yeah.
go, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're super excited. But we will be back next week per usual. And next week is a pay-per-view week.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, before
Is
before we
it?
go,
No,
guys.
it's not.
Yes, it is next week, the 10th.
You sure?
Yep, because the first is coming soon. Next week is the 10th. That's Amanda and
What?
them.
Time flying.
Wow. Like
Yeah,
where is the time going? Like that's crazy. Give us
the
a
year
little
halfway
breath for
gone.
a moment,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
All right, yeah. So we'll be back with the pay-per-view. I'm gonna try to get some women on as well since it's a woman-led card. Maybe Mo will pop up.
Mm.
Mo, Sky said, bring your ass on the pod.
And I got some other people on Instagram, some other women on Instagram. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Especially like we can gang like not we, but like yeah, we're gonna gang up on Jace because he be talking reckless. Um, but anyways, that is our time. We
Hold on,
appreciate y'all.
before we go, guys, we will have the tough fucking reactions out before anybody else. We quick with the pop, 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 pop. So make sure to tune in. Make sure you grab your merch. Hit the link. Go buy this shit. Come support the gang. You already know
Come
how we
on, this
rocking, man.
this shit
Scrap
clean. Come
pack.
on.
Yeah, this shit fire.
Come on.
All
Hey,
right, do
they
your
might.
outro, Sky.
No, for real, for real. Yeah, check out everything. Check out everything and everybody. Support everything and everybody on this podcast. All of us are absolutely amazing. But we will be back next week on some more BS. We'll see y'all then. Peace.